Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about URL configuration tips and streamlining function. So let's begin with the first topic, that is URL configuration tips. So the URL configurations are just a Python code like everything else in a Django. Therefore there is nothing special. So now we will move to the next topic and learn about the streamlining function imports, and we will discuss URL import with the view and URL without imported the view. So let's begin. See what is URL with imported view. I hope in the previous videos you have seen that each entry in the URL configuration includes its associated view function passed directly as a function object. This means that view function must be imported at the top of the module. So I will show you an example and tell you what I want to say. So here is my example. In the previous video, we are discussing about the registration system project, where we have a project with the name registration system and an app with it in with the name registration app. So I open the same project and now I will show you the URL file which is located in the registration app directory. So here you can see that I import the views which I created in the views.py file. So you can see on the top of my code, I firstly import the views by writing a command from registration app.views import registration create view, original list view and the filter list view. So then I start the URL pattern and define the path of these views. And when I execute my code by writing the command python manage.py run server, it will execute it successfully. And now I open it in browser, and here you can see that it shows the form by using which the employee enter his or her detail. Then we have the link to move to the list and it will shows the name of the employees. But as Django application grows and become complex, its URL configuration also grows, and keeping those import can be tedious to manage and time consuming too. So for this reason we create a URL without imported the view function. And addition to this, if we are using the previous method for each new view function, you must remember to import it, and the import statement tends to grow excessively long. But by using URL without imported the view, it is possible to avoid that monotony by importing the views module itself. So I will show you the example. So here is the example. As I told you, there is a time when the Django project become complex, its import statement also become complex and becoming long. So you can see that how long this import statement is, even it has only the 3 views. So if we have more than 3 views, how this statement would be long, you can't imagine that. So for this we learn to import the URL without importing views. So I comment out this first, then I will show you the way to define URL without importing the views. So for this, here I write the code and now I explain you this code line by line. So you can see that here I write a line from registration app import views. This registration app is the name of my app, and here I import the views. Instead of writing the name of each view, I simply write views. And then I start defining the URL patterns and I define the different paths for each view. So you can see that this view module is called with the subclass which we created in the views.py file. So here I write the code as views.registration create view dot as underscore view. But in the previous code, we are defining the name of each view on the top, and then we simply write the name of the subclass which we create in the views.py file. So with this method, we never forget to import any view, and there are less chances of error in the code. So now I execute this application again and show you that it works similarly as in the previous case. So here you can see that it similarly opens the form by using which the employee enters their detail. Then we move to the list by clicking on the link, and this project similarly work as in the case URL imported views. So with this we have learned about the URL configuration tips and streamlining function imports